5 minutes. That is all it took for these people to face death and survive. What they did in those moments saved their lives. One wrong decision and they would not be here today. These are their incredible true stories. Jennifer Wilson was hiking alone in the Rocky Mountains on a bright September morning. She had done this trail dozens of times before. But today would be different. Today would test everything she knew about survival. At 11 a.m. Jennifer stepped on what looked like solid ground. The earth gave way beneath her feet. She fell 12 feet into a hidden crevasse. Her leg was pinned between two massive rocks. Pain shot through her body like lightning. She tried to move but the rocks would not budge. Her phone had no signal. Nobody knew exactly where she was. She was completely alone. Jennifer checked her watch. It was already getting warm. She knew that in these mountains temperatures could drop to freezing at night. She had maybe 5 hours before sunset. But her water bottle had fallen out of reach. Then Jennifer remembered something from her survival training. She had a small first aid kit in her jacket. Inside was a whistle. 3 blasts meant distress. She began blowing the whistle every 5 minutes. An hour passed. Then 2. Her leg was going numb. She kept blowing the whistle. 3 short blasts. Wait 5 minutes. Repeat. It was her only hope. The sun moved across the sky above her. At 3 p.m. Jennifer heard something. Footsteps. Voices. She blew her whistle with every bit of strength she had left. 3 blasts. Then 3 more. Please let them hear me, she thought. Please. 2 hikers appeared at the opening above. They had heard her whistle from the trail. Within 5 minutes they called emergency services and began working to free her leg. Jennifer had done everything right. Her preparation had saved her life. Daniel Cooper was having lunch at a busy downtown restaurant. He was 42 years old and celebrating a business deal with colleagues. The steakhouse was packed. Everyone was laughing and enjoying their meals. Then Daniel took a large bite of steak. The meat lodged in his throat. He could not breathe. His face started turning red. He could not make a sound. He was choking. His colleagues thought he was joking at first. Then they realized something was terribly wrong. A woman at the next table named Rebecca Martinez saw Daniel immediately. She was an off-duty nurse. She had exactly 5 minutes before brain damage could occur. She rushed over without hesitation. Her training kicked in instantly. Rebecca positioned herself behind Daniel. One hand made a fist. The other wrapped around it. She placed her fist just above his belly button. Then she thrust upward sharply. Once. Twice. The restaurant went silent watching. Rebecca thrust again. Harder this time. Suddenly the piece of steak shot across the room. Daniel gasped and started coughing. Air rushed back into his lungs. The entire restaurant erupted in applause. Rebecca had saved his life. From choking to breathing took less than 90 seconds. But if Rebecca had hesitated even 30 seconds more, it could have been too late. Her quick action and training saved Daniel. He walked out of that restaurant alive and grateful beyond words. Kevin Torres was cooking dinner in his apartment. He put oil in a pan to fry fish. Then his smoke alarm started beeping. Low battery warning. He climbed on a chair to change it. Just for a minute, he thought. While Kevin was changing the battery, he heard a loud pop. He jumped down and ran to the kitchen. Flames were shooting up from the pan. The oil had overheated and ignited. Fire was spreading to the wooden cabinets above the stove. Kevin grabbed a dish towel and reached for the pan. Then he stopped. He remembered something from a safety video. Water makes oil fires worse. Towels can catch fire. But here is the twist. His fire extinguisher had expired 6 months ago. Kevin looked around frantically. Then he saw it. A large metal pot lid on the counter. He grabbed the lid with oven mitts. He carefully placed it over the flaming pan. Immediately the flames began to shrink. He was cutting off the oxygen. Within 30 seconds the flames were completely out. Smoke filled his kitchen but the fire was dead. Kevin had improvised perfectly. A pot lid had saved his apartment. Sometimes the best solution is not the textbook answer. Sometimes you have to think fast. Fire department arrived 5 minutes later. They praised Kevin for his quick thinking. The pot lid trick worked because it starved the fire of oxygen. They also reminded him to replace his fire extinguisher immediately. He never forgot that lesson again. Amanda Chen was swimming at a beautiful California beach. She was 35 years old and a fitness instructor. The day was perfect. Crystal clear blue water, warm sunshine, gentle waves. She swam out confidently to deeper water. Everything felt wonderful. Then Amanda tried to swim back to shore. But she was not moving forward. The current was pulling her sideways and out to sea. She was caught in a rip current. She tried swimming harder. Despite her fitness, she was getting tired fast. Amanda started to panic. Her arms felt like lead. The shore looked impossibly far away. She was a strong swimmer, but the ocean was stronger. Then something unexpected happened. She saw a surfboard floating nearby. Someone had lost their board. Amanda swam toward the surfboard. She grabbed it and pulled herself on top. Now she could rest and think clearly. She remembered rip current safety. Do not fight it. Swim parallel to the beach. She started paddling sideways on the board. After paddling parallel for 2 minutes, Amanda felt the current weaken. She was out of the rip. Now she could paddle toward shore. Her arms were tired, but she had the board for support. She was going to make it. The surfboard had saved her. A lifeguard met Amanda in the shallow water and helped her to shore. She collapsed on the warm sand, exhausted but alive. Later she found the surfer who lost his board. She returned it and thanked him. That lost surfboard gave her the rest she needed to survive. Thomas Brennan felt strange as he entered the elevator at his office building. He was 38 years old and had diabetes. Usually it was well controlled. But today something was wrong. His head felt fuzzy. His hands were shaking. The elevator doors closed. Thomas checked his glucose monitor in the bright elevator. His blood sugar was dangerously low. 45 milligrams per deciliter. Normal was 70 to 100. He was having a severe hypoglycemic episode. He had minutes before he could pass out. Then the elevator stopped moving. The elevator was stuck between floors. The lights were still on, but the doors would not open. Thomas felt his vision starting to blur. His legs felt weak. He knew he needed sugar immediately. He had glucose tablets in his briefcase. But could he stay conscious long enough? Thomas' hands were shaking badly. He finally got his glucose tablets out. 4 tablets in his mouth. They tasted chalky, but he forced them down. He sat on the bright elevator floor. His heart was racing. Would help arrive in time? Would the glucose work fast enough? 2 minutes passed. Thomas felt slightly better. 3 minutes. His shaking was reducing. 4 minutes. His vision cleared. 5 minutes. He checked his monitor again. 65. Still low but climbing. Then he heard voices. Help was coming. But here is the shocking twist. The elevator doors opened. Firefighters had pried them apart. But standing there was someone Thomas never expected to see. His younger brother Michael, who he had not spoken to in 5 years. Michael was one of the firefighters. Their family argument seemed so meaningless now. 5 different people. 5 life-threatening situations. 5 minutes that made all the difference. Jennifer knew survival skills. Rebecca knew first aid. Kevin improvised brilliantly. Amanda found unexpected help. Thomas reunited with family. Knowledge and luck both played their parts. In emergencies your brain can freeze. Panic takes over. But training and knowledge create automatic responses. When Jennifer was trapped, she remembered her whistle. When Daniel was choking, Rebecca acted immediately. Preparation turns panic into action when it matters most. Kevin had watched fire safety videos. Amanda knew about rip currents. Thomas carried glucose tablets everywhere. These small preparations seemed unnecessary until the moment they became life-saving. But sometimes unexpected help arrives too. That surfboard. That family reunion. Life is full of surprises. Every year thousands of people face their own 5-minute emergencies. Some have happy endings. Others do not. The difference is often knowledge, preparation, and sometimes sheer luck. But you can control the knowledge part. You can control the preparation part. Start today. Jennifer now teaches survival skills to hikers. Rebecca trains hospital staff in emergency response. Kevin inspects his fire extinguisher monthly. Amanda became a beach safety volunteer. Thomas and Michael reconciled completely. They all want others to be prepared and to value what matters. The next 5-minute emergency could happen to anyone. It could happen to you. It could happen to someone you love. The question is, will you know what to do? Will you have the tools you need? Will you act quickly enough? Your life might depend on your answer. Take a first aid course. Learn CPR. Keep a fire extinguisher in your home. Know the signs of medical emergencies. Practice emergency scenarios. Talk to your family about safety. Check expiration dates. These simple steps could save your life or someone else's life. Remember Jennifer in the crevasse. Remember Daniel choking. Remember Kevin facing the kitchen fire. Remember Amanda fighting the current. Remember Thomas in the elevator. They all survived because they knew what to do and had a little luck when 5 minutes meant everything. Time is the enemy in every emergency. 5 minutes can feel like 5 hours when you are in danger. Or 5 minutes can pass in seconds if you panic. The human body is fragile but also incredibly resilient. With the right actions, 5 minutes is enough. These 5 people were ordinary. They were not doctors or firefighters before their emergencies. They were a hiker, a diner, a home cook, a swimmer, and an office worker. Normal people who faced extraordinary moments. Normal people who survived because they were ready or lucky or both. You never think it will happen to you. Until it does. You never think you will face a life or death situation. Until you do. These 5 people thought they were having ordinary days. They had no idea their lives were about to change in just 5 minutes. What would you do in their situations? Could you perform the Heimlich maneuver? Would you know how to escape a rip current? Do you have a fire extinguisher that is not expired? Do you carry what you need for medical emergencies? These are questions worth answering today. 5 minutes. 300 seconds. It is not much time. But it is enough. Enough to make a decision. Enough to take action. Enough to survive. Enough to reunite with family. These 5 people proved it. Now the question is, will you be ready when your 5 minutes comes?